What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? This is the Real Housewives of Miami season 7, episode 6 review. Chuck said, "Are we going to talk about this? The season? I haven't even seen the reunion pictures yet, so I can't talk about the fashions if I haven't seen the fashions. I'll. Is it posted? Well, obviously it's posted. If you ask me to talk about it, we can. I mean, if you remind me before I get off of here, I'll look them up and I can look at them. You know, I'm not a big fashionista, but I can tell you what I personally like and what I don't like. But yeah, we can get into it. But I don't think I've seen the looks. Thanks, Chuck. Thank you, boo. So listen, y'all, we are winding down. The season is winding down, and honestly, I feel like they could have took this episode and whatever happens in next episode, and I really feel like they could have made it one episode. But let's get into it. Larsa is moving into her new home. She said this is the first home DJ Richie had them. Then they must be posted somewhere. I can, if you remind me before we get off, because this probably ain't gonna take long. This ain't gonna be no long. If you can remind me, I'll look for them before we get off of here. Um, but she said it's the first home that she's ever owned all by herself, like a house, because the penthouse that she's moving out of is hers. But you know, she said this is her first home. Now, this is what I find to be, I won't say stupid, because listen, to each his own. But later on in the episode, Larsa talks about the house, and she's talking about how big the house is, and it's basically just her. Her kids are pretty much grown, and even if they move in, they're going to be in and out and out and in. Like, why do you need that big ass house? Like, I understand not wanting to live in a penthouse, because I don't think if I had that kind of money, I don't think I'd want to live in. I don't think I'd want to live in a building. I think I would want to be in my home, be in a house that's mine. But I just don't understand, and that's never been who I am. But again, I know to each his own, right? But I just don't understand needing this big old house with all of these rooms to have to deal with, and it's literally just you. And I understand that in order to live in certain neighborhoods that you want to live in, you do have to buy that type of a house. But I don't know, it's just crazy to me. But anyway, but we'll get to that later on. So then we see that Adriana is getting ready for Art Basel, which is not Art Basel, it is Art Basel. And I have been in Miami during Art Basel. It is definitely a vibe. It is definitely a moment. And I haven't even been in the room, you know what I mean? With all of, like, I definitely weren't in the movers and shakers part of Art Basel. I was just in Miami during that time of, and it's funny because I actually was there by accident. We were there. Me and my friends just decided to go to Miami. And once we got there, we realized, oh, wait a minute, what's going on? And we found out it was Art Basel, and this was years ago. So this was when Art Basel wasn't what it is today. So it was a lot easier to get into parties and to get into stuff like that. I mean, of course, me and my friends weren't going to like art museums, but we were definitely at the parties. Anyway, um, but it's cool. It was cool. So Adriana is curating a show for a guy by the name of Chris Rivers, and she said that's his first show in America. And this is the Adriana that I like to see. Adriana, and I get it, you're on a reality show. You have to be provocative. You have to give them something to talk about. But this is the Adriana that I like to see, the smart. We're going to get to her later on. I know what y'all want me to talk about. We're going to get there. But this is the Adriana I like to see, the smart Adriana, the Adriana that brings something. Like, I forgot that your ass was a curator. I forgot you did this, because I do remember her doing the show for Martina, which is really how they brought Martina and Julia on the show when they rebooted the show a couple of seasons ago. But if I'm being honest, I forgot. Because we never get a work scene from you. We never hear you talking about it. We never see this happen. And I feel like we need more of this. Just like, for example, with Gertie, we don't see a lot of work scenes with Gertie, but Gertie does not let us forget who she is. She uses Gertify whenever she can use Gertify. When they're at a party or an event, she always talks about, oh yeah, this is great, and this is connected to this, and oh my gosh, I could do this. And like, she finds a way to remind you who the hell she is. You know, and so I really, this is the Julia. Julia. This is the Adriana that I want to see. You know. Anyway, moving right along. We're going on a photo shoot with Kiki, and I'm gonna be honest with you again. We could have just let this go. We really could have just let this go. We get it. We get it, Kiki. But I feel like you are just pushing this down our throat. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you are just shoving this whole storyline with you and your dad down our throat. Of course your father knows that you're not posing naked, because if you were posing naked, your daddy would have been had them pictures. Somebody down to the Haiti would have sent your dad them damn pictures. So at this point, if your daddy doesn't understand and doesn't get it and doesn't respect what you do, girl, let it go. Second of all, did you not just get finished crying and telling us how your family thinks you're so rich and how your family thinks you got so much going on? Why are you encouraging your dad to take pictures of you on this private jet, talking about, tell him it's my jet? Yes, tell him that this is how I travel. Girl, didn't your daddy just have to stop them people from coming to damn near kidnap you? Like, I don't mean any harm, and I'm not saying that your father shouldn't be proud of who you are, and I'm not saying you shouldn't be proud of who you are, but I feel like if you literally just came out of a situation where your family is so desperate to get out of Haiti that they were threatening you because they think you're so rich, the last thing I feel like you need to do is tell them how rich you are, even if it's fake. So that scene, I feel like they could have kept that to themselves. Moving right along. Then we have Larsa having a sleepover at her house that isn't done yet. Again, I feel like we were pressing this scene because it was the end of the season and y'all were trying to finish up filming. And I feel like Larsa either wanted to have a scene at her new home, or that production was pressing her to do a scene at her new home, because, girl, you didn't even have no furniture. How did you? I know good and daggone well that they did not stay in that house after, girl, they filmed that scene and they went to hell home. Alexia and Stephanie, because when Stephanie showed up and was like, I mean, this is a construction zone. Y'all know good and damn well Stephanie ain't spending the night at that house. I forgot. You know what? I forgot that Earth, Wind, and Fire thing was coming on tonight. I know my daddy watching it because my daddy, that's his favorite band, and I know my daddy is watching it because, baby, he reminded me of that. Hold on, let me record it. But anyway, moving right along. So yeah, it's a Grammy salute to Earth, Wind, and Fire, and of course, it's apropos that it's on September the 21st. Do you remember the 21st day of September? So yeah, honestly, so they get there and it's Stephanie and it's Alexia. So of course they talking about Todd again. Girl, don't nobody care. Like, I don't care no more. Girl, do what you gonna do. If you like it, I love it. Child, you love Todd. You want to be with Todd. Girl, go be with Todd. Today's your birthday, Hibiscus Rose. Oh, y'all make sure y'all drop a birthday and a happy birthday in the chat for Hibiscus Rose. Hey, girl. Hey. I hope you had a great birthday weekend and celebrated all weekend long, honey. All right. So yeah, honestly, if I'm just being honest, I just feel like I don't even remember what else they talked about at Larsa's house, child. I mean, I know Larsa talked about her kids and stuff, but I already kind of went over that. You know, about her kids and who's going to be living in the house and all that good stuff. And then again, they were talking about Todd, and I don't even remember what else they talked about, child. Moving right along. So then we have Julia and Martina and the whole daughter situation. Listen, I told y'all before, it's more to this story. I don't know what more there is to this story, but these Julia's daughters, I don't think are this. I mean, I don't know these girls, so let me say that. But because we saw that Julia literally didn't even know the name of her daughter's school. Literally, you didn't know the name. And this is how shady production is. Production is gonna give us the clip showing us that Julia didn't know the name of the school that her daughter went to. So I don't think this is about her daughters being so like self-centered or so spoiled or so whatever that they don't want their mom to be happy. But I think that I just think it's more to this. And Martina, who in all reality, I just think Martina is just a mean old lady. I just do. Like, I some people just shouldn't do reality TV because my view on Martina Navratilova prior to this was very positive. And I actually really liked Martina Navratilova. But this Martina Navratilova, I'm not fond of. And I mean, I'm gonna take her transphobic comments and other things that she has said on social media out of it. I just mean on the show. She is not likable on this show. She's grumpy and she's like a grumpy old lady. And I mean, it's clear to me that she really, or at least I feel like she could care less about them. She's just mean. I just, and something that she said when she said, see, when people talk, they tell on themselves. And I heard you, Julia, when you said that Martina and the girls have had tiffs in the past, but they've been able to get past them relatively quickly. So what this sounds like to me is Martina and your girls didn't really get along to begin with. That's what it sounds like to me. Now, if I'm putting 20 on 10, y'all say really be you putting 20 on 10. But I heard Julia say that Martina and the girls have had tiffs in the past. Then I also heard Julia say that the girls were like, this process is just moving too fast. Where's all this coming from? Like, why is everything moving so fast? Because I feel like, much like what we all are thinking, we went from last year, y'all put the adoption on hold because of Martina's health. And we saw you meet with that adoption agency, and they basically told you it would be a damn near impossible for y'all to adopt a child in the United States. One, because of y'all's age. Two, the age was the one, and then Martina getting sick didn't help, and it was something else. And I'm sure their sexuality didn't help because let's call a thing a thing. All right, we're gonna call a thing a thing. Y'all went overseas and y'all stole them babies from somebody. And I feel like the same way it went fast for us is the same way it went fast for them girls. And I'm sure those girls are sitting there thinking, what is this 50-year-old woman and this 70-year-old woman going to do with two newborns? And I mean, if that were my mom and her wife, I would probably have those same questions. Now, I think it's more to the story than they just didn't like the fact that y'all adopted those kids. And when Martina said, well, you don't have to like it, but you don't have to try to sabotage it either. Ding, 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 ding. I'm telling you, y'all want to know what really be think happened? Here's what really be think happened. Now, how Bravo don't have nothing to do with this, Chuck. See, now y'all going too far. Chuck, if they listen, they didn't do anything different than all these other celebrities that go to other countries and adopt kids. Now, when I say they stole them kids, I don't mean they literally went and stole them kids off the street. But what I'm saying is they did not go through the United States, in my opinion, and do that adoption. That's what I'm saying. The same way Madonna and Sandra Bullock and all these other people that went and got these babies. That's all I'm saying. But I'm going to tell y'all what I think happened. What I think happened was when it came time for them to do the family interviews, I think them girls were honest. I think when they talked to the family, I think those girls were honest. And they told them people at the adoption agency the truth. That's what I think. I don't think they purposely went out to sabotage. I just think that they were honest. Now, that's my opinion. I don't know that to be true. I understand. Well, I don't understand. I don't understand how you get there, but baby, that's how you feel. I don't understand how you get to that. Bravo is complicit in child trafficking. They're not. These kids aren't being trafficked. That's what I'm saying. So they can't be complicit in something that's not happening. They're not. These kids aren't being trafficked. In my opinion, I mean, I don't see any evidence of the kids being trafficked. Okay, let me take Sandra Bullock off the table. I apologize. I don't want to put nothing on her that ain't true. I know Madonna went over to Africa and stole them kids, though. I know she did that. But let me take, Angelina Jolie got her kids from other countries too. Let me take Sandra Bullock out of the equation. I apologize. I don't want to put nothing on her. I don't want to put nothing on her that ain't true. But that's what I'm saying. I think me and you saying two different things, Chuck. I'm not accusing them of doing anything illegal. That is what trafficking is. Trafficking is illegal. I am saying that they did not adopt them kids in the United States because it wouldn't have happened that fast. Ain't no way in hell that they would have went from 0 to having 2 kids through a U.S. adoption agency. Not with their age, not with Martina being sick, all of that. No. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what you talking about. Then we have Jody and Lisa. Lisa, baby girl, come here. Lisa, baby, that man's not gonna marry you. I don't even know if he like you a lot anymore. That man has told you. When he sat there and said, the average man I disagree with that. I mean, again, I've never tried to adopt a child either here or overseas. But when you're dealing with celebrity and you're dealing with other countries, I disagree. I think people can fast track stuff. You got enough money and enough connections. I think you can fast track that. But I don't think so. Okay. So Chuck, you said you don't think Martina didn't lay down a lot of money for those boys. She may have, but that does not equal trafficking. You see what I'm saying? I mean, again, maybe you feel like that, but I don't. I don't feel like so just because she paid a lot more money to get the kids or to fast track the process doesn't mean those kids are being trafficked. Traffic means those kids were stolen from somewhere. What I'm saying is there's no proof that those kids were not in an orphanage or the parents did not put those kids up for adoption. That is what trafficking is. Now, to say that Martina might have skirted the waiting period or something, sure, I believe that, but I don't think them kids were trafficked. That's what I'm saying. And to be honest, that's why a lot of people with money do go outside of the United States because one, there isn't as much red tape, and two, they can get it a lot faster than going through the United States. But anyway. Yeah, a lot of non-celebrities with the money do the same thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I want to be careful about that word traffic. I'm not saying that nobody was trafficked. Let's be clear. Especially not no children. I ain't saying that at all. But anyway, moving right along. So, Lisa, that man's not going to marry you. He done already told you. He said, a lesser man wouldn't even still be with you. He said, everything that I've had to put up with to be with you, he said, your ex-husband, Larsa, all these things that you got going on, he said, So you sitting there talking about you ready to get married and keep dropping all these hits. Girl, just as hard as you dropping hints that you ready to be married, he dropping hints to let you know he ain't going to do it. At least not no time soon. And then she's talking about something. I don't like being called a girlfriend. I think I'm too old to be somebody's girlfriend. No, you're not. You're not too old to be a girlfriend. That's what a girlfriend is. You are dating him. Y'all are dating exclusively, but y'all are not boyfriend. But y'all are not engaged to be married. See, those are the legitimate phases of a relationship. You meet somebody, y'all get to know each other, and then you put a label on it. The label is boyfriend, girlfriend. You don't become engaged just because you don't like the word girlfriend. So if you waiting. Right. He sees why Lenny left. Exactly. So if you are waiting for that man to propose to you, I hate to be the one to tell you that's probably not going to happen. Second of all, Lisa, I need you to calm down with this money. Girl, why they say that she paid somebody $1,000 to decorate her tree? Girl, what is wrong with you? First of all, you have 2 small children. That is half the fun of the holidays and creating traditions is getting a tree, decorating the tree, bringing out the ornaments that are sentimental, the ornaments that mean something, making ornaments, like making a popcorn string. Like these are all the things that I made memories with my mom, with my mom with during the holidays. And y'all know how much I love Christmas. And I'm like, so you paying someone to decorate your tree. Forget about the fact that it was $1,000 girl, give me that 1,000. If you just got $1,000 laying around that you don't have shit to do with, actually 2,000, because you're gonna pay her to come back and undecorate the tree. Now I understand that people are doing the professional Christmas lights these days. You being a single woman, I can understand if you had paid $1,000 for them to decorate and put up Christmas lights, but your tree. Girl, you're going to be so broke. As soon as you see right now, you getting whatever settlement you got, whatever you getting out of Lenny, and you're going to get that child support, baby. Once them kids is grown, you're going to be so broke because I don't have any faith that you're going to save any money. That's why you're trying to marry Jody, because you think you got another Lenny. You think you got another bank account right there. That is just crazy to me. And again, if she were single, I still think it's silly to pay that amount of money. But I could understand it better if she were a single woman and you were like entertaining. Because if you ain't gonna have nobody in your house, then you still don't need to pay that kind of money to get a damn tree decorated if ain't nobody coming through. But if you were planning on having like a big Christmas party and you were decorating your entire home, I would even give you that. But you have 2 small children. Lisa, stop giving them to the fucking nanny. You raise your kids. Like, I just thought that was ridiculous. Anyway, so all the ladies show up to Adriana's gallery show. So I think all the ladies were there. So now the big conversation is trying to figure out who put the age on Adriana's cake. Yeah, it was $1,000. Because that's when Julia was like, I paid $79.99 for my tree and I decorated it myself. So we see Alexia and Marisol riding. So this is after Thanksgiving. So Marisol's asking, did she spend Thanksgiving with Todd? And she was like, no. Well, we spent the day before and the day after together. Girl, Alexia. Ding, 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 ding. Girl, if y'all not spending holidays together, y'all not back together. If y'all are not spending holidays together, y'all are not back together. Baby, there are 3 holidays that are very important when we start talking about family time, okay? That is Thanksgiving, that is Christmas, and that is my birthday. Valentine's Day, I'm not, okay. But I'm talking about family time. Now, couple time, yes, Valentine's Day. But family time, if I'm having a dinner for my birthday, my significant other should be there. Thanksgiving, Christmas, especially since I'm sure y'all spent those holidays together when y'all were married. So the fact that Thanksgiving, and he had time to spend with you the day before and the day after, but the day of, y'all spent it with y'all family, girl, y'all not back together. I thought Marisol's outfit was so cute. That little Gucci outfit with them red boots and that red purse. I thought it was really, really cute. Anyway. And Alexia basically let Marisol know she's tired of Marisol in the digs and she's sick of it. And like, listen, girl, I'm going to do what I want to do. If I want to be with this man, I'm going to be with this man. If I don't want to be with this man, I'm not going to be with this man. It ain't nothing y'all can do to make me feel no different. Well, yeah, obviously, if there's a reason why they're not there. But if you can see me the day before and the day after. Now, if she said, well, he had to work. Okay, but that's a different conversation. But she said, well, he was with his daughters The same daughter that used to live with y'all? So why y'all can't have dinner together? Y'all used to live together. Well, y'all can't just have dinner all together. Anyway, Marisol is tiny, and I still feel like Marisol has an eating disorder, but that's my opinion, and that's not a medical diagnosis. So let's be clear. So the big mystery about who put the age on the cake. Now, last week, I want everybody that blamed Marisol last week to drop an apology in the chat, because all y'all said it was Marisol. Last week, all of y'all was like, Marisol did it. Marisol did it. And I was thinking y'all saw it on the internet or something. The way y'all said it like y'all knew it was true. It was not Marisol. Now, Marisol knew who it was. So come to find out, Marisol and Alexia knew who it was because it was actually Kiki. Y'all know one of my biggest pet peeves is for somebody to piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. Y'all know I say it all the time. I cannot stand when somebody pisses on my leg and tells me it's raining. Kiki, don't sit here and act like it was just a joke. You know, it was just a Kiki. You didn't think it was going to really bother her that much. Yes, you did. And you did it because you were still pissed off that the girl called you ratchet. That's exactly why you did it. And I'm okay with that. I just want you to stand in it. Say, yeah, I did it. Because I was still pissed off that her ass called me ratchet. Stand in your shit. But don't sit here and be like, it was just a joke. I didn't think it was going to be a... Yes, you did. That woman told y'all she didn't even want to celebrate her birthday. That woman was very clear about how she felt about her birthday, about how you were sitting there. You were literally there when Adriana told y'all why she didn't want to celebrate and how she felt about it. You were there. So don't sit here now and act like you didn't think it was a big deal and it was just a jokey joke. No, it wasn't. You meant that thing. And you meant... I mean, maybe hurt is a strong word, but you definitely meant to do it. It wasn't a joke, and I don't think you knew. I don't think you thought she was going to take it as a joke. Now, I'm not saying, and we're going to get to Miss Adriana in a minute. I'm not saying that Adriana is innocent, and I'm not even saying that her response was appropriate. But stop acting like you don't understand why that hurt her feelings and why that bothered her. Because that woman told y'all she told y'all she didn't even want to celebrate her birthday, and y'all insisted on doing the damn cake. And then you're going to add insult to injury and put her age on the damn cake? Come on now. Absolutely, Chuck. She meant for Adriana to feel some kind of way. Absolutely, she did. So, Stephanie pulls Marisol aside to have the conversation with Marisol after having her conversation with Alexia, and Alexia threw Marisol under the bus. And she basically told Marisol that Alexia threw her under the bus and that she didn't appreciate that Marisol was really the mastermind behind the whole thing of them not getting on the plane. And can I tell y'all that I love Marisol in this moment? Can I tell y'all I was here for Marisol in this moment? Can I tell y'all that Marisol was my MVP in this moment? Because, baby, Marisol was like, listen, I hope that one day I can get on your plane. But I did not want to get on your plane in that moment under those circumstances. Okay? She said, if I'm being honest, you talk about money too much, and I find it tacky. Bitch. I was here for all of that. I said, yes, Marisol, let her know. Because she does talk about money all the time, and she is tacky. And Stephanie going to sit there and say, no, I don't. I don't talk about it. Baby, I was here for production showing every single time Stephanie talked about money. I was here for it. I was here for the montage. And I hope that they address it at the reunion. Because I was here for the montage. You absolutely do. And you throw your money or lack thereof in everybody's face. You absolutely do. And I'm here for Marisol when she said, listen, I find it to be tacky. You throw money, you do throw your money in people's face, and it's tacky. Baby Stephanie ain't know what to do with that. Baby Stephanie's face was stuck. Do you hear me? She was like, I don't do that. Girl, you do. And you've been doing it all season. From the first time we met you, when you got on that same damn jet and flew 40 minutes, not even 40 minutes. I don't know how long, but a 15-minute flight to pick up your dog. Like, all of that was a flex. All of that was about showing off and it being a flex. That's what this, everything. You're Birkin and you're this and you're that. Girl, everything out your mouth is how much money you have. Exactly, Chuck. Every scene that she's in, she talks about her wealth. So at the end of the day, I was here for Marisol standing in it. I wish we could have seen Marisol confront Alexia, because she definitely threw Alexia under the bus, honey. She definitely threw her under the bus. And I wish I could have been here to see that conversation. But yeah, the one thing I will say about Alexia and Marisol, they're friends in real life and they keep their shit to themselves. Like, every once in a while we see them kind of go back and forth, but for the most part, if they got a beef with each other, they keep that beef to themselves. And I can respect that because they're friends in real life. Like, they really are friends. And so I can respect that they give us a little bit, a little this and a little that, but for the most part, they keep it to themselves, right? So then we have Kiki and we have all the ladies arrive, I should say. Adriana does a little speech, yada yada yada, and then we start having the split conversation where Kiki is talking to one group of ladies and letting them know, yeah, I was the one that put the age on the cake, and you have Adriana talking to the other group of ladies trying to figure out, why would Kiki do that to me? Like, why would she do that to me? I can't believe she did that to me. Adriana, here's where you went left, and I can't help you. And even the ladies can't help you, and even all of the ladies tried to stop you, and you wouldn't stop. You have every right to be upset. You have every right to feel some kind of way about what Kiki did. But when you said that Kiki called you racist because you called her ratchet, Kiki said, I never called you racist on or off camera. Meaning, in other words, I didn't do it on the show and I didn't do it behind your back. I never referred to you as racist. And then Adriana proceeded to go even further and bring her black friend into it. And y'all know how I feel about the whole, well, my black friend wasn't offended by me calling you ratchet. And then this black friend, girl, we don't know you. This is the next to the last episode. Don't nobody know you. And here you are talking about, I wouldn't be offended if somebody said ratchet. I mean, ratchet that has no color to it. Girl, go sit your ass down. Please go sit down. And Julia is defending Kiki. And of course, Adriana is mad, talking about why do you keep defending my enemies? You keep defending my enemies. Girl, that's part of the problem, Adriana. You think these women are your enemies. They're not. They just don't agree with you and some of your bullshit, but they're not your enemies. Kiki is not your enemy all of a sudden now because y'all had an argument and y'all are disagreeing. And all Julia is doing, as much as I hate to feel like I'm defending Julia, all Julia is saying is, listen, girl, you going all the way to 100, and I'm saying maybe you need to stop at 50. Like, be mad, but you taking it to hell, and if we ain't got to go all the way there, what she did, yes, you have a right to be upset, but can we consider for a moment not going all the way to hell with it? So then Adriana... So Julia tell her point blank, look, girl, I stopped fucking with you because you're just not fun anymore, okay? We used to have fun together. We used to do dumb shit. You know, we used to flirt with each other and all of those things. Girl, you're not fun anymore. And when I get out the house away from them 2 kids and my bitchy ass wife, baby, I want to have fun. Okay, when I get a girls' night out, I want to laugh. And I don't laugh with you anymore. So that's why I don't fuck with you like that. I was here for it, Julia. Julia said, girl, you're not fun anymore. I was here for it. So let me say this. I believe that Kiki was genuinely hurt when Adriana said, I'm not a racist. I'm not a racist. I'm not a racist. And when Kiki said, I never called you a racist, I never said you were a racist. And then, see, Adriana, here's where you should have shut your damn mouth, because you kept going and you kept going and you kept going and you kept making it worse and worse and worse. Here's where, see, you tried to lie. You tried to lie. And I can't remember if I gave you the benefit of the doubt or not. I'm going to be honest. Y'all remind me, because I know y'all will. Did I give her the benefit of the doubt that she didn't mean to say ratchet? Because I don't think I did. But if I did, because sometimes I be trying to be nice with these people. Tell me if I gave her the benefit of the doubt. I don't think I did, but y'all remind me. But for the people who tried to give you the benefit of the doubt that you really didn't say ratchet, girl, you doubled down and let us know that you absolutely meant to say ratchet. And you knew what the fuck you were saying when you said it. I did. I knew Chuck was going to be the one to tell me. I did give her the benefit of the doubt. See, there I go. So for all the people, I guess it was me too, that tried to give you the benefit of the doubt, you proved that you knew exactly what you said and you meant to say it and you knew what the fuck it meant, because you doubled down on calling her ratchet. I did. Okay. I must. Chuck and DB said I said it. So if I listen, if I said it, I gotta stand in it. I gotta stand in it, y'all. I gotta stand in it. I think I do remember now that I did give that lady the benefit of that. I gotta stand in the shit. But you proved that you absolutely meant it. You meant what you said. Because here's the reason why. Number one, if that's not what you said and that's not what you meant, why are you trying to get approval from the Amen Corner? Why you ain't tell your black friend? I didn't even call her ratchet. I said wretched, W-R, not rat, R-A-T. I didn't even say what they think I said. And then she called me racist. See what I'm saying? But that's not what you said. You said ratchet isn't a bad word. There's no race. There's no racial connotation to ratchet. And then you will, and I think, quote, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like she admitted that she said ratchet. So this is how I know that Kiki was hurt for real. Kiki was hurt for real. This is how you know that Kiki was hurt for real. Because they broke the fourth wall. Kiki did not walk over to the other group and keep the scene going. Kiki did not get loud and turn it into a moment so that they could keep the scene going. Baby, Kiki took a sip out of her drink. She took that. Y'all know how when you get ready to leave and you want to get that last little bit of liquor. You know what I'm saying? Get that last little bit of liquor. Baby, she had that drink in her hand. She took that last little bit off that drink. She put that drink down and baby, she walked out. She didn't say goodbye to nobody. She didn't say shit to nobody. She walked out and then you saw her talking to production saying, can you take me home? She wasn't talking to some random person on the street. She was talking to production. I'm ready to go. Can you give me a ride home? Can you take me home? She was talking to production. So that is how you know that shit was real. It wasn't for a scene. It wasn't for a moment. Kiki was really hurt. Now, Kiki, you were wrong for what you did to that lady Kate. And you were wrong for lying that you ain't mean to do it. But Adriana, you took that shit too far. It wasn't that deep. Now, I understand your feelings was hurt. You was mad because you ain't want nobody acknowledging your birthday and all that bullshit. But girl, it wasn't that deep. But now, what you have done is you have confirmed that you meant to call that girl ratchet. You knew what you were saying when you said it, and you doubled down on the shit. And then you threw a lie out there and said that the woman called you a racist. And she said she never said that. Now, at this point, production is going to have to show me a clip of Kiki calling her a racist. for me to believe that Kiki said it. And I ain't saying I believe everything that come out of Kiki's mouth, but I believe this. And only because of the way Kiki handled it. Because we know Kiki know how to turn up. We know she know how to give us a moment, and she know how to give us a scene. Baby, Kiki exit stage left, and she did it quietly. She didn't say shit to nobody. And by the time Julia got outside to go look for her, she was gone. Gone. No, I said at first I felt that way too, Chuck. I felt that way at first too. But here's why I said I feel like it was, and this is my opinion. This is why I feel like it was production. Because when Julia went out there, Julia was talking to production, and Julia said, "Where'd Kiki go? Where is she?" And I feel like production told her, and that's when she went back inside and was like, "Kiki's gone." You know, you see what I'm saying? I feel like she was talking to production when she asked about Kiki. Because I said the same thing. I said, is Kiki just asking? Because again, Kiki, you have a phone, and I know you got an Uber account. So why are you just randomly asking people on the street to give you a ride home? Like I just didn't believe. I didn't. So that's why I said that in my opinion, it was production. In my opinion. Now I don't know. I don't have no proof. But I said the same thing too, Chuck. At first, I was like, is she just asking some random person on the street to take her home? But then when Julia ran out there and asked about Kiki, I was like, oh, that must be production. Because my thing is, even if production wasn't out there, why wouldn't you just order an Uber? You know what I'm saying? Because remember, production brings them a lot of times to these scenes so that they can drink and all that kind of stuff, and they don't have to worry about getting home, you know. But yeah. What about Cheating Island? What are we talking about? That better come out at the reunion. Right. My thing is, they better show me footage of Kiki calling that woman a racist. I want to see a conversation or something. Or Adriana, you owe her a serious apology. That is a very serious. See, it's certain things that you can't put on people. That's a serious accusation. Now, do I think that what Adriana said was racially insensitive? Yes. But you're going to have to show me footage of that woman calling you racist. And then you're going to bring out the black best friend. Y'all know how I feel about that shit. But anyway, that was the episode. Okay, hold on. Oh, shit. Damn it. I always do that. I always forget that this this cord is not that long. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the pictures. Hold on, let me go online. Let me see. Real Housewives of Miami reunion looks. Let's see. Real Housewives of Miami reunion looks. Season 7. Let me see what comes up. Here we go right here. Let me see what these looks are looking like. Let me see if I can find it. All right, here's an article. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, continue reading. Okay, I want to continue reading. Okay, this is Gertie's outfit. I like it. For Gertie, I like it. And I could definitely tell that Gertie has lost some weight. Not saying that Gertie was fat, but we know that, you know, because of the chemo and stuff. Hold on, let me move this camera. Because of the chemo and stuff, we know that Gertie had picked up some weight. But I like it. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this. My ring light is right there. Hold on, let me move it over. All right, is that better? Yeah, that's better. Okay. I like it. And like I said, you could definitely tell that Gertie has lost some weight. I like it. For Gertie. All right, let me keep going. This is Kiki's reunion look? They didn't have a color coordinated reunion look? Is that right? Is this Kiki's look? That color is like okay. This is giving me very Diane Carroll, Dominique Devereaux dynasty, but I don't know if I like it for the reunion. I definitely don't think I like Kiki's hair and makeup in this. I don't like her hair and makeup. I mean, at least in this picture, I'll wait and see how it looks on screen. But in this picture, I don't like her hair and makeup. But this outfit is giving me very Dominique Devereaux with the flowers and the padded shoulders. I like the color because y'all know blue is my favorite color. I'm not sure if I'm crazy about it though. I don't know. All right, let me keep looking. This is Adriana. Yeah, I think this is safe. She looks snatched though. I don't know how I feel about that bow in the front. I'm gonna have to wait and see how that translates on screen during the filming. But it's given safe. It's given safe, you know. Sparkly gown. Beautiful gowns. But she looks nice. She definitely looks snatched. Okay, that body is bodying. She looks snatched. But again, I have to wait and see what this bow is giving. Let me give that's a little bit of a close-up on the bow. I don't know. What y'all think? What y'all think about that bow? Her shoes. You don't like the shoes? Those are the shoes. Yeah. Yeah. It's a Steve McQueen. Okay, the shoes are Steve McQueen. Jewelry is Tiffany. Let me scroll back up. Let me see what Kiki's is. Kiki's dress is Bronx and Banco. Shoes, area. Jewelry, Versilo. I don't know these people. Gertie, her dress is custom design. Shoes are Christian Louboutin. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Next is Lisa. It's Lisa. Again, I don't know. It's just giving safe for me. It's just a dress. I feel like Lisa could have pulled this out of her closet. I don't feel like there's anything special about this. I don't know. What do y'all think? It's not giving me nothing. There's no drama here. There's no, like, Gertie is giving drama. Like, this is giving me nothing. Like, I feel like Lisa could have pulled that. Yeah, I feel like Lisa could have pulled that out of her closet. Like, you probably got 20 dresses like this, Lisa. I don't know. Not giving me much. The dress is Cleo, Peppa Pay. I don't know these people. Shoes, Prada, jewelry, Leviu. Julia. Oh, this is hideous. This is again. What is this? That looks like an aluminum foil prom dress. What are we doing, people? What is this? What is this? And Julia, I need you to give me something different with your hair, with your makeup. It's always, like you said, it's always the smoky eye. It's always the smoke. Give me something different. I know the Cowboys lost, but I needed them damn Eagles to lose. Shit. But it was a good game. Yeah, that's giving me prom aluminum foil. I don't know. Let me see. Dress is Jessica Class, owner of River and Rose. Shoes are Manolo Blahnik. Y'all, this is some boring looks. Chuck, really? You wanted me to review this? Now this is Alexia. Again, boring. What are we doing here, people? Again, Alexia, you've got 20 of these dresses in your closet. What is this? Looking like a banana. What do we, Chuck? This what you wanted me to do? Dress is Alex Perry. Shoes, Renee Conovilla. Jewelry, JJ Jewelry. Okay. Marisol is giving me a little bit of drama. I like Marisol's look. I like that. She's giving me a little bit of drama up top. I'm not sure what the texture, what's going on with the texturization of the dress, but I like it. It's different. I like that shoe. I like that shoe with it, giving me a little leg Marisol. I like it. I like Marisol's look. I like it. Her dress is Albina Dyla. Shoes, Givenchy. I quit. I quit. This is Larson's dress. What in the entire fuck? What is that? That is hideous. What is... Larson, you've been showing us your boobs all year. And when you have an opportunity to show off your boobs, this is what you give us? A turtleneck body dress that looked like it came straight out of Fashion Nova. This looks like Fashion Nova. No disrespect to Fashion Nova, but that's what this looks like. This looks like it came straight out of a Fashion Nova. What is this? Dress is Jessica Barra. Shoes, Candy. Chuck, you want punishment. Because you really wanted me to review these looks like they was giving something. Now, this is Stephanie's shit. What is this shit Stephanie got on? What is that? What is this? And what are those shoes doing? It's blurry shit. Come on. Zero in on the shoe. Give me a clear shoe. Picture. Give me a clear shot of the shoe. Hold on. What is that shoe doing? Girl. Dress is Rami Candy. Shoes, Aquazura. Jewelry, Hermes. I think she thought she was still at Art Basel. Because what is this? Chuck, I don't know what you wanted from me. That shit was hideous. I honestly think this is probably the worst collection of reunion dresses in the modern era. And what I mean by that is, in the beginning, the reunions weren't, they weren't these big events that they've become now. So, I remember the first New Jersey reunion. I mean, the looks were very basic, very much. They pulled them out of their closet, but now everybody knows it's an event. Everybody knows to give us something, give us drama, give us something. What the hell was that? First of all, why weren't they color coordinated? Like, why are the dresses all over the place? Like, Bravo, you've been giving us color coordinated reunions for a minute now. Why are we no longer doing the color coordinated? What are we doing? Second of all, what was the theme? Because, I mean, they went on 20 trips this season. Y'all couldn't come up with one theme for them. Hell, they went on a cruise. I would have even been okay if y'all made it if y'all gave it a nautical theme, right? Let them all come in some sort of nautical type outfit. They went on 2 trips on a boat. They did the little battle of the yachts, and then they did the cruise, and then they went to Spain. Like, y'all couldn't give us something? Well, DJ Richie keeps it nice. He's generally very, very forgiving. But I was just like, what is those are her, listen, and y'all know I like Gertie. But when Gertie, in my opinion, is best dressed, Houston, we got a problem. And I still don't think Gertie's outfit was reunion like, but I liked her outfit. You know what? Mo Media, I would have been, if they had made everybody do a red alert, because everybody knows, if you know anything about Virgin Cruises, they have the whole the red night theme and the red alert. If they made everybody wear like shades of red, if they had some people in scarlet red, maybe some people in pink, maybe some people in like a light pastel, I would have been here for that. But what the fuck? Baby, with that being said, let me get out of here. Programming for the week. Tomorrow, we will be doing the Ready to Love reunion part 1. Tuesday is the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Wednesday is Heart and Hustle Houston. That is what we got this week, okay? And Heart and Hustle Houston will be on JoJo's channel. On that note, we getting out of here. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.